Yes, my people, have fun now. Welcome back to the channel. I bring you another video on the backyard football community. I remain Regis, and I did here with Salam. Salam, how fun now.
Not too far. Not too far.
Backyard football community will bring you our undiluted and filtered analysis of the beautiful game, giving your honest perspective. As Salam has said, you're not too far. It's funny how after this many 24 years, it's still the same feeling. It's still the same feeling of, oh, how come? No change. That's just tell you how much football means. It's how Cote d'Ivoire done a complete 360 on us, revived, resurrected from the dead. A country which literally needed the last group stage, the last game of the group stage to go in their favor to qualify, come all the way to win the tournament.
Well, first of all, I think we need to put things in perspective. I think as human, it's funny how we think at times, right? Now, I'm so happy we did a podcast before, the start
For
of
the
this.
finals.
No, before the start.
The very start. Yeah, guys, you can check that one out. Yeah.
At the very start, and we discussed what our expectations are. Well, the situation we think the team was, how many games Marcelo has played, what was his win rate at the time, and all of that. And no one was particularly optimistic that we are going to lift the trophy.
Yeah.
And we said during the tournament as well, looking at Pacero's approach to game, pragmatic, and we felt, or personally I felt, it was making use of the personnel he has, maximizing, their potential, and also because he understands what the limitations are, and he went for a rather defensive approach, which took us all the way to the final. And it's unfortunate that we lost the final. As I said, also, I was quite skeptical of facing Cote d'Ivoire, particularly in that scenario. I said in the last podcast that it has this thing they always play out. It will be like movie. We've seen this movie before. We picked them at the beginning. They were almost dead and buried. They survived and they found their mojo back. And I knew it was going to be a very, very big task. Unfortunately, we couldn't scale this mountain. It was just way too high for us. But I feel we need to put things into perspective and not get too carried away with too much negativity, which is flying around on social media. The boys have tried, in my own opinion, they overachieved getting to the finals. Start with what we've seen them done recently. They lost their friendly games.
Yeah, and even the qualifiers were not really inspiring.
You understand? Honest. Yeah. Of course, we can talk about the game, the approach, and why has Nigeria become a completely defensive and all of that's a different discussion, which we'll go into. But I feel first we need to appreciate the boys and Pacero, in fact, getting to the final. Now, going forward from there, it's another discussion entirely.
People who watch our games, we drew Zimbabwe away, we drew Lesotho in Nigeria. We were not necessarily in the best of.
We lost to Guinea in the friendly game, to the we're still sitting third in our World Cup qualifiers.
That's yeah. So, but at the end of the day, when you get to the final, it's almost like you see glory and you just can't get your hands on it. So it's more heartbreak. It's more
absolutely, I understand that.
So from the perspective of the gameplay on Sunday,
yeah,
I'm going to say one thing: if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Why I'll say this is we brought in Chukwueze, and I'm not going to sit down here and say, oh, when the lineups came out, I was beating my head up saying, why are you playing Chukwueze? Because we've seen him progress throughout the tournament. In my head, I said, okay, maybe he's seen Cote d'Ivoire and he feels Chukwueze is the man to come in and do the job. I wasn't doubting him. I said, okay, cool, that's fine. The only thing I'm going to say is I'm not comfortable with the coach making a substitution at 55 minutes. I feel if you're not making at 45 minutes, like halftime, Chukwueze, you're not coming in. Moses Simon, like Kito. 55 minutes, I just felt like there was a slight, he changed the balance of the game a bit. That's the only thing I'll say. We were too reluctant. Our game was not where we never threw punches at Cote d'Ivoire at any point. I cannot remember any chance Osimhen had all game. The corner kick was literally, it was a set piece goal we scored. I think we were too were on the back foot too much until they scored the second goal and then we came out. So why was that game? Why did he choose that pattern of play? Is it the fans or was he trying to play to our strength of score one and sit back?
Yeah, well, you've said if it's not broken, don't fix it. It's the same strategy is used all tournament long. It's lightly defensive, route one, counter attack, set piece. Now, unfortunately, I said it severally on the previous podcast that if we play a more technical team, we get found out. We almost got found out against South Africa. They had a couple of chances in the first half. Of course, in South Africa's game, in the second half, we came out and played better. And the scoreline played a role there because it was 0-0, and we knew South Africa were dominating the play, and we had to turn up. But I'll say, unfortunately, we went 1-0 up in first half. So it means we now even have something more to defend. And it was going to sit, pack the balls and see if we can see it through. But unfortunately, if you've watched a lot of football in your life, you know Cote d'Ivoire were going to get that goal. And once they got the first goal,
were up for it.
and once they got the first goal, you can feel it in your blood that the second goal was coming.
Look, I was looking at the stadium, all orange.
Yeah.
There were you can't.
That's what it means when you're playing the host country.
I'm telling you, I almost felt like maybe at the entrance they gave each of them take 2 cartons of local Red Bulls, drink for that. It was relentless. 90 minutes.
Yeah, that's what it means. But see, the Cote d'Ivoire, congratulations to them. Their story is so interesting.
No, this is
the fans attacked their boss
prior to the
after their last game.
Yeah,
so they attacked them and all of it. They sacked their coach because they felt they were out of the competition as host country, and their Cote d'Ivoire is a strong footballing nation. Yeah. You understand? And one way or the other, Morocco helped them, and they qualified, and they got their fire back, and it has been a roller coaster story for them after that because they went by against Mali. Yeah, and I think they had a man disadvantage also as well. You understand? And even in their last game, so it's a fantastic
footballing story. This one is going to be pure for a
pure super. And kudos to their manager as well. Now that said, I understand we had to play defensive, but the way we played yesterday was still slightly surprising because in other games we still link one or two passes in the midfield, and yesterday was the only game Osimhen didn't have any peep to any to any chance at all. And we sat back completely, and it was just route one, and you were like, no, we had to try. But I felt Pacero had made up his mind that his team cannot play an open football without conceding. Yeah. And he felt it is the final. He rallied the boys. And if you watch his press conference, he deliberately gave a message. Again, after the official press conference, he asked everybody to wait. Gave a message to the boys and see, these opportunities don't come often. Omero and Musa had won this thing, and you have opportunity to win. Rallying cry and all of that. But I think I didn't particularly enjoy us sitting back completely too deep and we're getting and Cote d'Ivoire confidence
growing
throughout the game.
And I'll just there's one thing Nwabali did at 60 minutes. You see that delay tactics, bro, it is 60 minutes.
Yeah.
It was down to early. Yeah. No, this is not to discredit. I think he's done brilliant this tournament. Yeah. But those things are all psychological.
Yeah.
You send a message to your opponents, like, see, we are already killing time at 60 minutes. It's too much.
And I think they were confident that with 1-0 they could defend.
We've done it a couple of times.
And if you look at the first goal, it was a constellation of error, which was atypical of the Super Eagles in this tournament. One, they left a man on mark. Two, Nwabali miscalculated, again, not the shade, I think. Nwabali miscalculated the cross to start with because it went and it came back. Yes, and then Zaidu that was covering the near post took it just a couple of
once he was coming out this
milliseconds
it
before.
happened so quick.
You understand? So those are three constellations of error that was, for me, atypical. They were atypical
of this our
squad in this tournament. Yes, I would consider the first goal. And after the first goal, things didn't change.
Which is clearly evident in Trust winning man of MVP of the
tournament. Immediately he got that goal. I told you after the group stage that Trust was my
man of the year.
And after that goal, I was convinced he was going to win the player of the tournament, except something extraordinarily happened. But unfortunately, it was a tough one. It was depressing, and I do understand that. But again, just a couple of seconds to talk about how some people have reacted to it online, particularly Nigerians attacking, Alex Iwobi in particular, and so on. See, not be today we started the playing Nations League. Not be today it go finish. You understand? We've been playing it. We've only won it 3 times. You understand? So we'll keep fighting. We'll still win more by God's grace. Hopefully in our lifetime it will happen. There's another one next year. Now we need to learn what happened here. Do we want to continue with this kind of strategy? Are we continuing with Pasero? What's the way going forward? We definitely see some potential. Nwabali now has the number one shed sealed. Those are things to learn. Truth was amazing. And we've seen a couple of guys like Bassi. Bassi was fantastic during this tournament. We've got something to build. I think we still got deficiency in how to coordinate our midfield. I don't know if Ndidi coming back will be a positive, and unfortunately, indeed, it was not in the last edition as well before the Cote d'Ivoire. And it affected our play as well. So we've seen Al Hassan come in and do a very good job in the first game. So we have something to build on. Now, the plethora of our attack, we need a manager that will come and address that. I don't know if it's Pastor, I don't know if it's someone else. Address that, and we need to play a bit more excited. I told a couple of my friends that will. In fact, I think I mentioned it on this podcast. It's brilliant playing defensive game, going to tournament mode when we're in the tournament. But we definitely cannot play like that against Cape Verde or against Rwanda in Abuja. No,
you need to play free flowing, lovely football for us to enjoy, because that's Super Eagles.
And that's even if it's not the most lovely, you cannot sit back and be kicking route one. That
was going to lead me to the next thing we'll just quickly discuss before we go. So, as will I say, God or nature or whatever I'll have it, the next one is 2020.
Yeah, Morocco. Right?
Morocco. It's literally next year.
Yeah.
So it's only 1 year. That's to say we can still keep this bunch together.
Absolutely.
And all things being equal, Ndidi should be back, which will make the team stronger. A few other guys that were left out, shout out to Nathan Teller. I think Nathan Teller should work hard enough and should be in this team. I was going to ask, with this Pesero performance, are you that initially I asked you, if we win this tournament, where does Pesero rank? Let's not go that far now, because we'll not get time. We'll talk about it next time. But do we keep Pesero and continue in this style of football, this style of play, and say, let's keep it the way it is, go to Morocco and see if we can do one better and go over the line?
Well, again, we give Pasero all the props for the good job he did in this tournament. And at the beginning of the tournament, we also talked about how bad his win percentage were in all the games he's had for Sprouts coming to the tournament. And the tournament he has done well with a specific strategy, which I think is very good for tournament football, right? However, going forward, if I'm in charge or if I've got a say, I won't be going ahead with Pasero. The reason being two major factors. One, how we were under him prior to the tournament, where we were not winning well. We still sit third in the World Cup qualifier group. Secondly, it's shown, a strategy that worked largely because we're playing teams that are not very technical. You understand? And I don't think we can play this style in World Cup, for instance. Let's say we manage to get to the World Cup and we're facing France
But it's still tournament. But
say,
that's the tournament style.
so the issue is that it's see, for instance, if South Africa were very good, we won't get to the final. If they had better striker, remember they hit the upright ones.
But you know what they say, that you can only beat what is in front of you.
Exactly. So when something better gets in front of you, I feel we will
You think we'll crumble so much?
not just crumble, we'll completely dismantle. If we play this way against a team like France, again like
tactical teams
with mad efficiency. So it's not good enough a strategy. You understand?
He has to have a plan B.
Exactly. Now, and why I've said that is because we're in Africa, where we are greatly respected. Most teams will come and face us with a level of respect. They will be more conscious about attacking us. They will want to defend. But we gave that initiative completely away in this tournament instead. Except I said something that if we had won the tournament, it boosts the confidence in the last podcast. It will boost the confidence, the morale, and belief. And you see boys doing a bit better than they would ordinarily.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we got to the final, but there'll still be a level of low among the boys going forward. So, if NFF are convinced it's got to be Parcero, then we have to review everything entirely, and it has to be
style of
it has to be like a number of games to see. Okay, we'll give you so number of games and see. But we know that Nigerian football doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
there's a lot of deal. There's a lot of so whoever they choose, if it is Parcero, fine. But I won't be too hopeful for much to change because he's played enough game now.
Yeah.
If it's Parcero, fine. We can only hope for the best. But if I've got a chance,
you won't go.
No, I would go for a change.
Anyways, I think we said let's do it again. Unfortunately,
I'll do it next year.
Maybe we'll do it in 2025. Parcero and the boys, we have to say again, congratulations to you. And like Salama said, you see all you fans, all you trolls on social media that are going to Alex Iwobi. The boy has literally deleted all his pictures on Instagram just to keep it quiet. So you see all you trolls on Instagram going to Alex Iwobi to say crap, especially if you've never kicked a football in your life. Just get a grip of yourself. This is football. Man is out there playing in position that he's not really familiar with. You don't really understand. You don't understand how tight it is. I know he had a bad game. There's no denying it. But he's playing positions that are kind of new to him. Well, but that position has got us to the finals in the first instance. So if we had won that game now, it's going to be a different story. So let's stop this thing. These footballers also have families, they have emotions, they have kids. Some of them have kids, wives, brothers and sisters, all them things. So if you're one of those people, I beg you, stop it. It's not good. And congratulations to Nwabali. Brother sold himself properly in this tournament.
I hope that it's Denmark. Because it shows a lot of composure, and that was what was missing in Uzor's game. I think Uzor was too, because I saw Uzor play against Manchester and did very, very well. But whenever he's exactly. But
he's always worried about the next shot.
Exactly. He's worried about him. I think it looks like he's worried about making an error.
So he just keeps on happening.
But Nwabali was absolutely
he was good.
Smiled and enjoyed
how he communicates with his center backs, tells them, I liked it. The only thing I'll say, again, I did not like it. There was one time he went screaming out to Iwobi, stop it, man. But congratulations, and I just hope that by 2025, the boys will be stronger, will be wiser, will be better, and I want it to still be Parcero, if you ask me. Maybe we'll be able to go one better and win the trophy and make it number 4. Fortunately, it didn't happen this time, but it is what it is. It's football. I can't believe, bro, I'm still sober,
We've done enough tonight. We'll be back soon. Onto the next one, we'll review the next game. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. See ya.
Bye-bye.